receive. ZHU Yuling to serve.
One love. One love.
Deep push and a follow-up deep shot. Cross court out to the forehand by Hayata. Good combination play from the Japanese pair. Oh, ZHU Yuling for the Dongji Ko out here. She goes to the ground and comes back up. Has time for the winner, but the big backstroke on that forehand shot costs her a little bit of time. Slap shot, that flat forehand from Ito is so deadly when it comes down on the table. The pressure. With CHEN Meng waiting right there. ZHU Yuling on the other side of the table, not easy.
Three, two.
Strong opening again by ZHU Yuling. Coach Mika Baba there in the corner, the Japanese women's head coach, 7-time national champion. Nice deep push right at the baseline. ZHU Yuling ready to be in over the table. Again, Hina Hayata reading the opponent's body quite well, reading their positioning. First towel break of the game, and they're dead even at 3 points apiece. It's been a little while since we've seen Mima Ito and Hina Hayata here in this tournament. Strong showing from the Chinese players. And this time the opening shot by Ito comes down, and Hina Hayata's there for the follow-up. Forehand flip kill. This is something that we accredit to much taller players typically. Mima Ito, the smallest player on court by a bit. Still probably the strongest forehand flip.
For all.
Clever placement. A little bit of side spin on the brushing forehand over the table from ZHU Yuling. CHEN Meng telling her what she wants for a serve to get that third ball attack. So smooth, right at the back of the table, in close. This is how chemistry works in doubles. You're familiar with the serves of your teammate there. Call for something short and low. Half long underspin, staying at the table for the follow-up attack. But this serve drifts a little long, and Mima Ito takes advantage. Coach Huang Hai-chung.
Six-five.
Drifting long once again, but still close enough to the back edge of the table to cause a little trouble. Japanese pairing in the lead by 1. Well, the Japanese squad is big from a participation standpoint. The fans in the crowd, definitely more advantage to the Chinese pair.
6-all.
Second towel break of the game, and again, dead even. It's been this way at every towel break so far. Oh, power and the angle. It all starts with the Chiquita over the table. Hina Hayata, watch this. Here's the banana, side top for the bend. Flat hit out wide, inside out forehand, and the follow-up inside out forehand. Righty-lefty combo. Signaling for receives as well to hang on to the lead. A very difficult point. Well placed a little bit more centrally onto the body in that loop. Jamming up Hina Hayata. Just to give you a sample of how big that flag is. 3 human beings seated high. Gotta love these points.
7.
Recoveries off the top of the net, side spin shots from 2 of the backhands in this rally. Japanese pair up by 1. First game even more important in a best of 5. 20% of the total winnable games. Short side for Mima Ito, running across. Quickly pins it into the hip. CHEN Meng covering that wide cross-court shot. Ooh, the
8,
strawberry.
9.
Top of the net and out. Matching wristbands, colors on the racket from sponge all the way down. Spin right into the body, and CHEN Meng not able to get up and cover. Uncomfortable positioning. Look at this one more time. Right into that elbow, and CHEN Meng tries to use the backhand. Chinese team, go for it. That's the chant you hear. Wow, good fan support here for the Zhongguo Dui. That being said, the Japanese pair have 2 game points here.
10-8.
See how they can do against home court advantage. Wow, they take it right after the strongest cheers. CHEN Meng and ZHU Yuling are down 0-1. And it's Hina HAYATA and Mima Ito who take the first. It's a best of 5. We'll be back for game 2 right after this.
De har även ett brons i VM i dubbel från Düsseldorf tidigare i år. Alltså en medalj sämre än CHEN Meng och ZHU Yuling. CHEN Meng och ZHU Yuling är ju 2 spelare vid bordet, men de tycks ha en tredje även på läktaren. Men det räckte inte till. Jag får räkna ner första set 11-8.
パートナーに指示したりレシーブ指示して。OK。あとなんか
大丈夫です。なんか結構攻めていったら意外と打ってこない。練習入れてくる。
それで。
で、フォアフォアってカウンターとか。
ストレート時々来るの。
ノリになったらやっぱ入れる。まずはちょっと入れる。
そうそう。頑張れ。
Back for game number 2. The order will switch now. Mima Ito will be hitting
Second game, HAYATA to
to
serve.
ZHU Yuling.
Love all.
CHEN Meng will be hitting to Mima Ito. And Hina HAYATA will be serving to CHEN Meng. There you have it. Ito gets the chop block in, but from behind the table, it's going to be difficult. The short pips on the backhand generate less spin, so a little bit flatter shot. Those are the short pips, and that's the signal. Ooh, some fancy cryptic coding there from the little left hand of Ito. Fast feet, but a quick block off the bounce, exploiting the open forehand. ZHU Yuling right on top of this ball. Look one more time at the timing here. Spin shot, covers it, and quickly gets out of the way for CHEN Meng. What a shot on the run. CHEN Meng right into the body on the backhand corner. If all the Swedish fans here together could combine to be half that loud. Maybe Christian Karlsson and Matthias Karlsson would be in the men's doubles final, who knows? A match point against Xu Xin and Fan Zhendong in the doubles. Strong start here for the Chinese pairing in this combination. Not a point dropped yet.
Love 5.
You can see they're fired up after dropping the first game. Like a thorn in the side. From down low, it's spinny from ZHU Yuling's backhand. Can't go into the towel break with much more momentum. Watch ZHU Yuling. Takes it low, squatting to the ground, and still finds the corner of the table. Chinese pairing. No towel needed on this break. Shot block doesn't come down from Ito. The streak continues for CHEN Meng and ZHU Yuling.
Love 8. One 8.
Push goes long. CHEN Meng apologizing to ZHU Yuling. Maybe a bit of a misread on the dead serve. That is too strong.
9-1.
CHEN Meng and ZHU Yuling right now have really found their rhythm. As physically strong as Mima Ito and Hina Hayata are, the conditioning is on the side of the Chinese pair in red, CHEN Meng and ZHU Yuling.
10-1.
A light spin shovel serve low to the net. 9 game points for the Chinese pair to tie it up. Well played right into the middle. Hina Hayata jammed 11-1. Absolute domination in game number 2 by the Chinese pair, and it's tied up at 1 game apiece. Regardless of the total points, it's a team that wins 3 games first to win the match. We'll be back for game number 3 right after this. Back for game number 3, Hina Hayata on the left. A little bit smaller Mima Ito there on the right. Had a lot of work after losing 11-1 in game number 2. This was the combination that they won, though. This hitting order, they won 11-8. Game number 1, ZHU Yuling will start with the serve.
1 love.
Rip of a forehand. She sees it so well. This ball's clearly going to drift off the side. By how much, not easy to tell, but Ito, the very clean opening cut. Shushin fans in the front row there. Getting ready for their 2 Shushin finals later on today, the Shushin show. Recovery from ZHU Yuling, and Hayata can't take advantage of the net ball before. You could see she's a little bit tight. I think the facial expression said it all. Hina Hayata's Ask a Pro Anything. She talked about her posture a bit, the way she stands, chin back and up, her stomach. Beautiful attempt this time. Hayata putting in that little bit of extra effort to make sure she gets around the ball. She's been jammed in the middle too many times, but if she stays loose and reacts quickly, it all started with that opening inside-out shot. A drop to the ground from the right hand of Hayata. Opening Chiquita countered back. Some interesting body language there. Mima Ito looked like she was replaying the point in her head, figuring out how to stay on top of the ball, play the shot she wanted.
Let 3-2.
Strawberry, but ZHU Yuling spills out. That's how you start a cheer. Perfect execution there, that strawberry by Hayata. Look at that side spin, though, from ZHU Yuling, working with the spin already on the ball. It's a world #1 play right there. It's got to be the loudest cho I've heard for the Chinese pairing. CHEN Meng quite satisfied, I'd say. Heavy spin shot, really had to stay on top of that ball, was loaded with spin. So despite being tied up at 2-2 earlier on, it's been 3 straight points for the Chinese pair.
6-2.
Looking quite strong out here, world #1 and world #2 in red. Heavy spin from Hayata's backhand. Now Hayata's backhand is quite versatile. In the doubles match, you'd expect more forehands from her, playing with a right-handed player. That was a bit spinnier and slower than some of Hina Hayata's rocket backhands. Strawberry back. Ito as well. Many of the young Japanese players are using it now, following in the footsteps of Miyu Kato. Look how fast this is. Little Simone Gauzy impression out there from Mima Ito. Maybe a Miyu Kato.
For 7.
Good idea here. Fast long serve and a quick inside-out follow-up attack. But the anticipation of the Chinese pairing, they're right there waiting for it. Puts more pressure on Hayata to play a wider ball.
8-4.
Second towel break of the game. It's a 4-point lead for the Chinese pair. Soft touch, good placement there from Hina Hayata. Just in case you were curious, CHEN Meng and ZHU Yuling taking down Belarus and Russian chomper Victoria Pavlovich and Polina Mikhailova in the opening round. After that, Bashka and Hanna Matalova.
6-8.
Barbara Balajova. And then in the last round, it was Du Hoi Kim and Li Ho Ching who fell at the hands of CHEN Meng and ZHU Yuling 3-0. Not a single game dropped so far by the Chinese pair, except for the first one in this match. A big chance for a third straight point to make it a 1-point game, but instead the Chinese pair lead by 3. Interestingly enough, the Japanese pairing hadn't lost a game yet until the game they lost last game to the Chinese pair here. So both pairs with a flawless record coming into this match for the Japanese pairing. They beat Thailand in doubles early on, after that Luxembourg, and after that Taipei, Chun Su-yu and Jung Yi-ching. Oh, what a shot reaction from in near the body. Hayata pulls tight, covers the middle with the forehand. Not an easy ball. After Ito's push comes long, I thought the point was over for sure. There it is, arm behind the head, Ma Lin style. We've got a timeout on the Chinese side. ZHU Yuling and CHEN Meng in the corner with Wang Haicheng. So we got the music pumping for a minute, the energy was flowing, and now back into think mode for the timeout. We'll see again in the short game The Chinese pair is a little bit stronger. In the open rally, I'd say a lot stronger. But it depends on who gets the first attack. In the short game, the Japanese pairing can steal the attack a little bit earlier. It depends on the length of their pushes, I feel. When they're playing the half-long balls, if they get some slower shots from the Chinese pair, just inside the baseline, they're able to come in over the table, play the first attack well. As strong as Hina Hayata's forehand is, I think before the match, her backhand is going to have to come into play. And for Ito, the same. But for Mima Ito, it's going to have to be closer to the table because she doesn't get as much spin with that backhand. She's going to have to punch the ball, stay on top of the bounce. So it'll probably be more forehand from Ito, but let's see. That is the advantage of the right-handed, left-handed combination. More forehand covering the table.
9-8.
And they could play right into the body, maybe behind the momentum. Wow, Strawberry deep on the table, and it's tied up. A timeout diffused. This game will be decided by 2 points. It wasn't long ago, it was 6-2 and then 8-4. But now 9-9. 5 out of the last 6 points have gone to the Japanese youngsters, the 17-year-olds. Backhand central, Mima and Hina. Look at this, using their backhand punches. Little high five there with the ball pass as well. Earns them game point to go up 2-1 in this best of 5. A game that looked like it was completely on the other side of the table. Crushing shot, Ito over the table. Coach Mika Baba right there with the notes. They will talk. This match isn't over. 11-9, the young Japanese pairing goes up 2-1. Game number 4 coming up right after this.
Värt att hålla i minnet här, gott folk, är att dubbelfinalerna avgörs i bäst av 5 set. Det är alltså försten till att vinna 3 set som gäller. I singelmatcherna är det konsekvent bäst av 7 set. Men här, bäst av 5, så 1 set till och tiden tillhör Japan.
それからレシーブをフォアにやるのもいいから、そしたらそれもドライブかけられるのを混ぜて、で全部位置を合わせない、3球目の位置を合わせさせないようにレシーブを工夫してお互いに。
ちょっとゆっくり行った方がいい。そうよね。ゆっくりでゆっくりで。
頑張れ。
As time is called, you can see the fan in the front row creeping out his red light on the photo. 2-1 lead right now for the only team with some pips. Mima Ito's backhand. Now this pair was the bronze medal pair from the World Championships earlier this year in Dusseldorf, Germany. The youngest ever medalist in women's doubles.
Love all.
So Guinness Book of World Records for these two. Mima Ito with her stance starts with the serve. Right into the body, smart play. Hayata gets a good swing on that forehand. With all the fire we saw out of the Chinese pair early on in game 3, it seemed like it was a one-way street. They're gonna have to take this game here to send it to a deciding 5th. Bold long serve, quick reaction from ZHU Yuling. Last time they played in this combination, the Japanese pair only got 1 point in the entire game. Look at this, right down the line, the opening, but it has to be quick. Again, fast footwork on ZHU Yuling's side. Watch Mima Ito here, right on top of the bounce to the very corner of the table, accelerates through the ball. You can see from here her forward motion just punches out, and that's what's needed to get it past ZHU Yuling. Spinny opening backhand to tie it up. So a better effort already from the Japanese pair than in game 2. Serve drifts a little long. CHEN Meng from over the table drops the racket, sees it's coming long, gets the opening attack.
Three all.
First towel break, and the silver medalists from the World Championships in Dusseldorf this year are tied up with the bronze medalists. That heavy spin, Hayata is getting more and more racket speed. Aggressive over the table. This is where it's most important. Once the rally gets open, CHEN Meng and ZHU Yuling are just too strong. This tends to be the pattern we've seen throughout the tournament and in modern table tennis. More pressure early on. Whoever gets the first attack has the advantage, assuming it's a quality one.
5-4.
Mima Ito a little bit far behind the table there for that shot. CHEN Meng keeping her deep. Quality long push surprises CHEN Meng, catches her flat-footed in the backhand corner. Did not see this one coming. It is immediately sent on the chase. Mima Ito currently world rank number 6. Hina Hayata world rank number 14. Both of them smaller world rankings than their age. Right down the line, right back. Ito apologizing, maybe the edge of the racket. Chiquita there. A little bit of side spin on it. Ito with the quick reaction. 3-point lead in what could be the last game of the championship match.
4-7.
Oh, we don't see CHEN Meng miss shots like this too often. Hina Hayata, difficult to read the spin. A little bit more spin than there appeared on it. Contacts it well. Again, she is using Chinese rubber on the forehand, Hayata. A few of the Japanese women have started doing that. You can see the blue sponge there for Hayata. I believe Kasumi's another one. But this serve drifts just too long, sends Mima Ito into a yoga pose. Recovery from the net, Hayata with a huge point here. Not an easy ball. Thought Ito might want to go more into the body there. Rally continues. 2 points away from a title. Ooh, a bit fancy, that swiping windshield wiper receive. No conversation, still some positivity from the Japanese pair. With a 3-point lead on the receive. Table open, almost comes down. Comes down on the wrong side of the table. The crowd was watching. Mima Ito was staring at the ground. like Ramadan. Look one more time. Oh, right into the head. Point was over. Had it been somewhere else. Okay, it happens so quickly. That's why. Catches the side of the head. Sometimes those slow motion replays really help us to see what happened. Either way, a 2-point lead here. Again, our photographer in the front row. Taking a close eye on the Japanese. Getting his shots here, Coach Mika Baba. 17-year-old world record holders. Youngest ever bronze medalist, or the youngest ever medalists in women's doubles at the World Championships. But the slightly better medal went to these two with silver versus Ding Ning and Liu Shiwan earlier this year. We will see. Again, creating that opening, two right-handed players, a bit more ground to cover. I think the receive is going to be crucial here. We've seen strawberries from both sides. I think the Chiquita is less effective out here. Chinese pairing, a bit more familiar with this, a little bit less surprise, and a little bit less speed than many of the strawberries we see.
9-7.
But I think a good time for the timeout. Still 2 points to go. Even if they lose this point, they still have a chance to win the next and be in the lead with 2 championship points.
Let 9-7.
The opening rip from CHEN Meng. The timeout diffused. A 1-point game now. But again, if they take this point, the Japanese pair, they're in an excellent position here. Oh, surprise, surprise. Hina Hayata changes it up for the step around parallel down the line. It is 2 championship points for the young Japanese pair, completely fooling CHEN Meng on this one. Hayata going risky, and it pays off. 3rd towel break of the game. It would have been 4 points in a row for the Chinese pair with serves at 9-9, but instead they're serving against 2 match points. Oh, jammed up in the backcourt. The Chinese pair managed to save it, hit it right in between Hayata and Ito. Look at this. Some trouble with the footwork there. Far from the table. Quality point, 1 championship point saved. 1 more still for the Japanese on the receive. The spinny backhand does it. Hina Hayata and Mima Ito. A big hug out there on the court. Look at that, walking off like buddies. And the standing O from the coach, Mika Baba. A very, very tough opposing team, that is. CHEN Meng and ZHU Yuling giving a fight here, but 3 games to 1. Hina Hayata and Mima Ito take down world rank number 1 and world rank number 2. Not easily done. A very strong performance from the 17-year-olds versus the 22 and 23-year-olds, CHEN Meng and ZHU Yuling. So congratulations to Hina Hayata and Mima Ito. We'll see them on the podium later today. Interestingly enough, world rank number 1 and world rank number 2. That is the only final they will have today. Neither of them are in the women's singles final, which will happen later today between Ding Ning and Chen Xingtong. Stick around, we've got the men's doubles final coming up. It's Hong Kong's Ho Kwon Kit and Wang Chunting versus Zhongguo Dui's Fan Zhendong and Xu Xin. Stay right here.
Stort grattis till japanskorna Ito och Hayata.